Coast, Colorado. I'm interested in the paranormal because I am curious as to what's on the other side. What's there? What residuals are still there? Who were the people? Where were they from? What did they do in life? How did they live their life? It's all interesting. I have been around and investigating paranormal for a long time. I've had many experiences in life that say that there is probably something out there beyond what we can understand, control. Part of what I'm looking for is I would like to know if it's real, or if it's in our head, or if there's something explainable to the paranormal. Is there something I'm missing? Is something that I just don't understand? Is that what's going on, or is it true? Can we figure out how to explain it, or is it just people? Is it their residuals of their spirits? I think any investigator that's going to go out and check out the paranormal always needs to have an open mind as to whether it is real or whether it's not. If you don't look at it in that light, then you're lying to yourself. I'm most afraid of probably the evil spirits, the deep stuff that nobody understands, and that causes harm to people and possesses them. Tonight's investigation, I think, is going to be very interesting. I think hopefully we find out some good stuff and get some contact with people that were here at one point in time.
The Stephenson building was founded in 1901, built by Samuel Wymore and entrusted to George Stephenson in approximately 1892. Stephenson would marry Nellie Beer. She came from Chicago and was to assist in running the railroad in Wymore, Nebraska. With her suspected ties to the Southland Mafia, she brought with her illegal gambling, bootlegging, and of course, the infamous Al Capone and his associates. The railroad also led to 75 years of what would be known as the orphan train kid, leaving hundreds of children homeless and hungry and out of the streets of Wymore. Underground tunnels were originally built to run steam heat to the main hotel and other buildings. But around the 1920s, the tunnels gained a much more evil purpose. The main hub for this illegal activity was the basement of the Stephenson building. The tunnels allows the city to be ravaged underground with crime and death that continue through the next 35 years. This would ultimately nickname Wymore Sin City between Omaha and Chicago in the 1920s and the 1930s. Once Prohibition ended, the KKK moved in, and the Stephenson building in Wymore once again was the epicenter of this dark history. Up until the late 50s, parades would celebrate the hanging and the stoning of innocent men. Many deaths have been confirmed within the Stephenson as well as throughout Wymore. Stephenson also held ties to the Oddfellows, which led to even more suspicions of corruption. As conspiracy ran rampant through the old town's history, we wonder whom and what those who remain are really hiding. Stephenson, having a hand in so much, has proven difficult to track in history. Much of his story has vanished. It would appear that, even in life, George Stephenson was a ghost.
The Ganz field was introduced by German psychologist Wolfgang Metzger in the early 70s. The experiment suggests that people can communicate through white noise. The way this works is we place one person in isolation with goggles and a red light. They also have white noise playing in their headphones. The rest of us will be in another room attempting to speak with the person in isolation through the white noise. Rick is our first test subject. We put him in isolation and suit him up. We have 2 cameras on Rick and 1 is on us outside the room. I've labeled these cameras for you. We are astonished at what takes place. Please keep in mind that there is about a 30 to 45 second lag time.
You're not listening. Open your mind. Open your mind. Clear your mind and listen. 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 Talking to you.
Listen to me.
Let me explain something to you.
Something just fell and hit my leg right here. It felt like it.
His real name is Rick. And I'm giving you Lucy records. Let me explain something to you.
I can feel through my feet. Feels like footsteps, a couple of them.
I actually felt footsteps when
Yeah.
I was in there. As Gina continues to try and talk to Rick, the signals she sends seem to finally go through. Rick responds accordingly. Take note, Gina first said, "Open your mind."
I'm getting open your mind.
Holy shit!
He just said goodbye.
No, he just
said, "I'm getting
open your mind."
So I'm opening
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
You can tell by our reactions that we are all completely stunned. It's Jeremy's turn to be put into solitary.
Ready?
Yep, I'm closing in.
If there's anybody in there with Jeremy, try pulling on the back of his neck. Scare him a little bit. Pinch him. I give you my full permission to pull on his clothes and pinch him on the back of the neck.
We go get Jeremy and talk about his experiences. This was the most significant event.
There's one point where I felt like it was on the back.
Yes.
On my neck?
On the back of your neck.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
around.
Let's see a
Turn
flashlight.
around. Oh, it's a little red right there. Let's turn around, look.
It's like he has
Right
a
there.
rash on his neck.
Did you say it a couple times?
I
Yeah.
got frustrated.
Yeah?
And I'm like, grab his neck, scratch
I
him.
felt a couple times right here.
And right here.
I felt that one.
Ah,
I did
yes.
feel this one.
Yay.
Do I have a
Here,
red mark on the
turn
back?
around. Let me see it. Maybe I can see it better in here. Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks more like a rash than anything, though.
That's from this.
Wait till you do it though.
Next to try it out is our featured guest, Kyle. We had a few results. Here they are. Oh, that hurt. My back just spasmed so hard.
Felt something pushing on my back.
Kyle just said he felt something pushing on his back.
Yeah, he definitely snapped himself in the face.
You heard Kyle say he just felt something pushing on his back.
Yeah.
She just said my back is spasming really bad.
Dude, I literally was like, over like, oh, and I was like, my back just spasmed like really bad.
Let's see if it keeps going.
That was weird. That was definitely weird. We decide to get Kyle out of isolation and bring our cameras so we can capture his initial reaction. Here, take those off real quick.
There was only one time I was in here when I was asking questions. It felt like something was behind me because, I mean, all the hair on the back of my body stood up
Yeah.
when I was asking
So when you
questions.
were sitting in here and we were asking you questions, could you hear anything?
No.
Nothing at all?
Any thoughts come to mind while you were in?
I only had one thought, and I don't know why it was in my head, was raise my right arm, but I was like, why is this going to...
We laugh because this was said by Brian.
Raise your hand up if you can hear us.
Everyone felt as if there was another presence in the room with them and could even hear and feel footsteps around them. We also learned that this experiment will make you realize your worst dreams and memories. It's so intense that Brian left on his own and needed several minutes to regain himself. And even though the results are incredible on an experiment we thought would be dead, we do ask that users do so with great caution, as we realize that it can cause some mental trauma. Jeremy and Brian are upstairs with the SLS camera. I chose to leave the next 2 minutes unedited so you can watch the interactions yourself and come to your own conclusions. The figure seems to peer around the corner at me and then interact. We also find it strange that the SLS shows a figure with 3 arms.
Is this my friend Robert that lives up here?
Chrissy, just come through this door over here on our left. Yeah, it's fine. You won't disturb it.
Look around the corner.
I know.
Actually, have her come around this way, yeah. Yeah, you're fine. Just go ahead. Just walk slow. Stay right there. Kind of look up against the wall. Touch that wall.
Here, turn.
Oh, fucking moved away from her. No way.
Well, that's
It did. Oh!
What?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
What happened?
It's reaching out.
It's like in a defensive stance, like it wants to hit you. Let's try smacking the wall.
Like it hit back.
Yeah, hit you back.
Hit me?
It's hitting your hand.
Okay.
Christy, you come over and hold this one if we'll do it to a guy. As soon as you start to come over, peek around the corner.
Okay.
So curious if it would hit you or not.
You just,
Go on there.
No.
You just walked in front of it.
The figure disappears and it is not seen again.
We have something new here that you can let us know you're here. There's a couple ways of doing it. You can touch me with one hand, and with the other, where these metal things are, if you touch that, it'll light up. Or you can move by this paper, and without touching it, it will move.
I leave a camera set up on Rick's invention. As we are all out of the room, we capture an EVP that says, "Watch this," and the light turns on and off on Rick's contraption. This painting was sent to us with a letter claiming it to be responsible for paranormal activity. The artist was a landscape artist who passed away shortly after making this painting. It was her one and only painting she made that was not a landscape. It is said to be a painting of the real Annabelle doll. As we call her Annabelle, we do not claim her to be Annabelle herself. In fact, we do a dowsing rod session in hopes to get some answers. We should point out that Brian's nickname is Big P. He's been doing an experiment that Kyle has been unaware of. Brian is consistently mean and rude to the painting. It seems that the answers that Kyle gets with the dowsing rods align perfectly with the treatment that Brian has given to the painting.
All right, Annabelle, I'm going to ask you questions. If it's yes, turn your rods together. If it's no, open them back up. And if you don't like the question, open them back to my arms. Are you evil? Do you like Big P?
Is that a no?
I didn't like the question. Was your owner evil? Did you like who painted you? Did they paint you for good? Did they paint you for evil?
Nice.
Reset. Do you hate this building? Would you rather go home? Do you like the cross in your case? Would you like them to take it out? Does anybody scare you here? Do you think they wish you harm? Do you like me? We can talk then? Are you really bad? Annabelle, do you believe in God? Cross them and say yes. That's what I wanted to know.
Well, ask her why she doesn't like.
What's that?
I want to know why she doesn't like the cross.
Why do you? Well, that's going to be a tough question to ask because I don't. There's only 3 answers that can be given here.
Ask her maybe if she likes God.
Annabelle, do you like God?
Ask if there's something evil attached to the cross.
Is there someone attached to the cross?
Reset and ask her again.
Is the cross a relative of yours?
Ask her to point towards the cross's owner. Point the thousand rod towards the owner.
Yeah, can you point them towards the owner of the cross?
She's saying yes.
Who is it? Are they in the room? Can you point them towards them?
Do you know who owns it? No.
But now there's kind of like more questions than answers. Because she wasn't painted for evil. Is it a childhood memory of the lady that had her?
We'll never know because she died shortly after painting it.
I know it was just one of her last memories from childhood. Is part of what's going on here is the owner has attachment to Annabelle, and whose cross is it?
It's mine. You know the crazy thing too, though.
Where did you get it?
From the mall.
So you've had it since it was new.
I got it because of what we were about to start doing. When Chrissy and myself started doing the paranormal,
But you didn't buy it because of a belief.
no, the protection.
Well, you would have to believe
bought
in
it for-
something.
Yeah,
You bought it
I
for the-
bought it
you
for
bought-
the protection.
So you bought it because you believe in God, and that's
Mhm.
why you bought it, because you wanted it to protect you.
Yeah.
So this cross is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, has been worn to every location we've been to.
Yeah.
So
What is attached to that cross that Annabelle doesn't like? There's a lot of questions there that you're going to have to ask Annabelle.
yeah, well, and if
You're going to have to.
if she believes in God and she likes God, she shouldn't have an issue with the cross.
But it's probably where the cross has been. It's not necessarily the cross.
Yeah, that's
itself.
what I'm wondering.
That cross
Yes.
has been to some.
It might be the residuals that are attached to the
It's been,
cross, and she has a problem with it.
I mean, it's been to Villisca, Waverly.
Maybe it's
Edinburgh.
protected you from bringing anything home, and it's in the cross.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
'Cause
possibility.
that's where I did my prayers to, was that cross.
So that might be where a lot of that is collected.
That does
at.
raise a
That's
lot
why
of really curious questions
Yeah,
that
'cause
I've
she
never
answered
even
a lot
thought
of
of.
questions.
As we close out this session, we are once again left with more questions than answers. We may never know the story of this painting in its entirety. We do know that she consistently gives off K2 hits and REM pod hits, and when she's done playing, you can guarantee she will shut her light off on her own.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
We decide to leave the cameras running overnight. We capture the millimeter going off that's accompanied by a strange light and a couple EVPs. Also, we seem to notice a constant conversation. Unfortunately, it was really difficult to make out this conversation as it lies completely underneath certain wavelengths. Rumor has it that Weimar was a favorite hiding place of members of the infamous Dillinger Gang. The CBP may hold a clue to at least one of the members' presence here. His name, John Red Hamilton. Here are some other EVPs we caught on our DVR cameras. We use LED candles during night tours to lead our way. They also are a useful tool to communicate with spirits. To turn them on, you simply twist the top. Here is some evidence captured with these candles. We're trying to put it back to where it's still yours, or the way it was when it was yours. Are you okay with that?
That would be a yes.
Amazing.
That is so cool.
Well, you've done this before, haven't you?
A lot.
Good. Thank you.
And I got it on tape. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us know you're here.
While investigating with my friend Keith, we capture what sounds like someone punching the wall. It happens 3 times, and we have no explanation for it.
You got that down, man.
I was. Holy shit! Carrie and Kylie, Brian's wife and daughter, capture a black mist in the basement. You can see a couple of blacked out frames in the video as if a dark mist passes in front of them. This event scared Kylie so much that she had to run out of the basement.
I saw that. What was that? Out. I am out.
We've collected some evidence from our initial flashlight tours. I added this montage to the episode so everyone can see it.
I had a great time in the Stephenson building. I enjoyed it there thoroughly. There was a lot of activity. There was a lot of activity during the day, which I didn't expect. The Gansfield, that was strange. It was, like when, I felt like raising my right arm. That was, and that was crazy. I don't know how to explain that. You see a lot of stuff that says that kind of stuff isn't real, but I mean, that put a lot of doubt in my head whether, the that we're being told the truth, as far as any psychic ability is not there. I don't know if you most psychic stuff is a bunch of BS. I mean, it really is. There's a lot of trickery in it. And it's easy to trick people. If people want to believe hard enough, they're going to believe whatever they believe. If they want to believe it's real, they're going to believe it's real. If they don't, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, like the Gansfield, it's somebody I know that was outside that had mentioned that. And I wanted to do it. It struck me as something I needed to do, was raise my right arm. And that was really strange. It's kind of like, like the pressure in my back, and you having a back spasm on the side. All the footsteps, and the footsteps and talking during the day in the building, the Stephenson building there, that was crazy. But I didn't notice as much activity during the night when I was there, especially by myself. I thought I would catch more, but I don't know if I just wasn't in tune with it at the time, or if But there was there was walking, and you did hear some talking at night. The whistling was freaky. I loved that. I'd like to go back and play with that some. I'd like to come back like springtime, where it's cooler, so I can go upstairs and try some more stuff. Because I think there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more interaction up there, and I'm kind of I don't know, maybe more neutral, so I'm kind of wondering what I could pull out of it. But just asking Annabelle questions, that was, the answers that she gave. I mean, there was all definitive answers. There was nothing that was halfway. And I kept looking at my dowsing rods, going, am I doing something? I'm moving, am I wiggling? And I wasn't doing anything. The history of Annabelle, and as evil as she is, but this is just a picture of Annabelle. It's not actually Annabelle. So what I was really curious is to whether the lady that painted Annabelle in that picture, what intention she had when she painted it. Did she paint that picture as evil, or did she paint that picture from her heart? That was what I was really curious about. It is a picture of Annabelle, but how did the artist perceive what she was doing? Did she throw her heart into it, or did she throw, her death and evil into it? The experience of the Stephenson building did help to answer some of my questions. It did create a new understanding for me of what I believe is what is possible, what is possibly real. I'd like to do more, do some more investigation. I think that there's still a lot we don't know. I appreciate what Very Live does as far as trying to be real with it and not try to throw in manufactured evidence. That really helps me. That's one of the things that really helped. And it kind of makes me more of a believer, is because we didn't play around. We didn't try to manufacture anything. We just took what was there and let them talk to us instead of trying to come up with something that wasn't there.
Tap her with your heels. Not that way.
Yeah, don't stand behind.
He is so lost.
She's taking herself for a walk. Those darn actors just do whatever they want to do.
She got their key to get into that.
But yeah,
Let me get that letter out real quick.
I just reached into my pocket.
It's a lie.
It's the center pocket.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's on camera.
I wound that sucker up pretty good. What the fuck? Quit it.
It's not a joke. They're doing it. They want it for later.